Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be making a pasta bowl with zucchini noodles and a few real pasta noodles. So this is a really simple recipe and it's one of our favorites, and the reason I love it so much is because you can basically tailor this to whatever's in your refrigerator. So I happen to have some leftover chicken, and from that same roasted chicken, it was a huge roasted chicken. So I have chicken, so I'm going to use chicken. I had some carrots, I had some broccoli, I have some pepper, and I had some snow peas. I usually like to put in some mushrooms or some spinach, but I didn't have any, so I substituted with peppers and carrots and anything else that I have. But one of the key things that you want to do is use these zucchinis for your zucchini noodles. It will feel like you're eating so much more pasta. It's delicious, and I have finally, after years of search, found a simple, easy tool. I had one that was attached to my KitchenAid. I tried one that had some kind of a handle. I mean, I've tried every version. The best tool I have ever seen for creating these very delicious, nutritious zucchini noodles. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to chop the ends off. You're going to see how absolutely simple this is. I'm going to basically put it in and twist, and you are going to start to see noodles, and tons of them. But you see how simple it is? I mean, this is not even work. It is so simple. But the thing that you do is you take this when you start to get to the end, because you don't want to put your fingers near the blades, because these blades are sharp, as you can tell, is you just simply keep turning, and now you can go right to the end of this zucchini. There is no waste. There's a little waste, which I'll show you in a minute. I actually incorporate it right into the vegetables that I'm going to be stir frying here for my pasta bowl. So let me just, I mean, this is just spectacular, but you can see how it went right down to the very bottom. And there's your pasta noodles. Isn't it spectacular? And then see these little remnants that come off, they're little curly cues that come out the bottom. I put those right with the vegetables. A little zucchini in there. And then there's a extra piece in here. I chop it up. Anything that's left over here, pound out. You see these little curly cues? I just put that in with the rest of the vegetables along with this, and then we're ready to go. One other thing I wanted to point out here is I chop this because it's one continuous noodle, and it's too hard to eat when you have a big long noodle. If you like long noodles, don't chop it, but I always chop it in quarters and then put it in. This is my last one. I want to just show you, behold, we have spaghetti noodles in 10 seconds. Delicious, fantastic, nutritious. We'll mix that with a couple ounces of real pasta, and we'll think that we're eating the real deal. Okay, I'm back, and we're continuing with the pasta bowl. And the first thing I'm going to do is saute all these delicious vegetables that I had in my refrigerator. Broccoli, carrots, some snow peas, peppers. I'm going to do that for about 4 minutes. Okay, so while these vegetables are getting a nice stir fry on, I put the water on to start boiling for the pasta and the zucchini noodle. And I've also got some oil, 2 teaspoons, getting ready to make the cream sauce. And the first thing I'm going to do, I've got, like I said, 2 teaspoons or a teaspoon and a half of olive oil in the pan, getting nice and toasty. And then I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons of garlic for just a minute or two. Get it a nice bring out that flavor in the garlic. And then after that, I'll put in 3/4 cup of a low sodium chicken broth. And this is the brand I use. It's the lowest sodium I have been able to find. It's just, and it's absolutely delicious. You can find it at most grocery stores. Okay. Toss this a little bit. This cream sauce this whole recipe is from Cooking Light. And this entire meal is going to be 450 calories of deliciousness. And oh boy, this garlic is just cooking up. It smells delicious. I don't need to wait any longer for that. And turn down the heat a little bit. And then we put in the 3/4 cup of lower sodium chicken broth. And wait for that to boil. The next thing I'm going to do after we get a boil going with this broth is to put in 2 ounces of 1/3 less fat cream cheese. Very important, 1/3 less fat cream cheese. And then I am going to add the 1/4 cup grated Parmesan cheese along with 1 tablespoon of flour. I'm actually using whole wheat white flour. And it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I just added a little more pepper because we just don't like to put too much salt in our food. So here we go. I'm going to put the rest of these ingredients in here. And get that cream sauce going. And meanwhile, we've got a beautiful cream sauce cooking here. And did you see how simple it was? And it's completely low calorie. I absolutely love it. Okay, so let me show you. There's the cream sauce. And then here's our beautiful vegetable meat medley. Just fantastic. Next we have the boiling water, and the first thing I'm going to do is put in the real noodles. And what I'm going to do, these are fresh noodles, so they only take about 3 minutes. But I always, once again, break them because I don't like the big, long noodles. And I'm going to let those cook first, and then I'll put in the last minute, the zucchini noodles. Okay, now I'm going to put in the zucchini noodles. And you can see just for that last minute. And what I do is I mix those up very well so that, I'll let you see that, you mix the regular noodles with the zucchini noodles so that when you take it out of the strainer, you're not going to get a whole bunch of noodles or a whole bunch of zucchini. Or regular noodles or zucchini noodles, you'll get a nice little blend. So that's how that works. And I've dumped the sauce in there, and then now the next step up is having us do our taste test. But again, this is one of our favorite recipes, so I know we're going to love it. Okay, so we're here with one of our favorite meals, the pasta bowl with zucchini and regular noodles, so it feels like we have more. So we're going to go ahead and taste it, see how the sauce is. You can see the noodles, you can see the zucchini noodles. Let's show them our plate. It's one of our things, we have to show our plate.
Really good.
Fantastico. What is it, Bellissimo?
Bellissimo.
I don't know. Either way, it's fantastic. I highly recommend you try this recipe.